Alright guys, I'm here finally with the Salient Arms International Glock 19, much waited for. Thanks to everybody who's been subscribing and asking about it, when I'm going to get it and everything. But it's here. I've had it for about a week now. I put a few hundred rounds through it. Well, actually more like 700-800. No problems. One small problem, but I'll get into that. But as of right now, man, it is a great pistol. Just basically what it is, it's the Glock 19. It's a Gen 3. It's got, it's actually a Tier 2, but it has all Tier 1 internals. So what that is the flat face trigger, literally everything inside from the pins to the springs is all Tier 1. I also got the RMR cut, so Trigicon suppressor height sights, and it comes with everything. So I had the finger grooves removed and the double undercut, both stippled. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bring you guys closer so that way you can see it up close. Alright, so here it is up close. Salient Arms, Glock 19, Tier 2 with Tier 1 internals, RMR cut. Alright, so we'll start here. They put a little filler piece in here that acts like an internal magazine well, almost like the Glockworks style magazine well, only I like this one better because it's literally just a fit-in piece, and it looks like it just comes out right there in the hole. I mean, it's a little loose, but what that tells me that it's not messing with the grip at all. So they're not shooting any kind of material down into the grip. Here's that famous comet cut that they do, that Salient does, and it works. It works very well. Since I have small hands, this is on a Glock 19, you guys can see that it's easy for me just to reach over and press the mag release. And I also don't have to get a bigger mag release. This is just the standard Glock mag release that comes with the pistol, but that comet cut allows you to get in there a little bit further and actually release the magazine. So you guys can kind of see it there. But I mean, it helps. It helps a lot. You wouldn't think it would, but it does. Obviously, like I said, I had the finger grooves removed. I had the double undercut. They did a very great job on the double undercut. Stippling here and on the front. Also, this is the Tier 2 slide. So you can see that these serrations right here are just from the standard Glock. These are the serrations that they do in the front. This is the lightning cut on the slide, the non-window, Salient Arms International. On the other side, same thing. This is the lightning cut, the non-window. On the slide, Salient here has their little emblem right there. Now this does get rid of the serial number on the slide, but they actually etch in the serial number on the inside part of the slide. And I'll show you guys that when I break down the pistol. And the serrations up front. Now, on the back, they stippled the plate, but they also did a number of rounding cuts here. So different couple angled cuts. And obviously, along the sides right here, you'll see the 45-degree cut all along the side, both sides. And on the front, you'll see it right here as well. And it's a very good job. These actually go into the frame a little bit right here. So you'll see that. They just follow the line all the way into the frame. Doesn't mess with anything. And these are the suppressor height sights. And if you decide to go this route with the RMR, you're going to need to make sure that you have a holster, if you carry it, that fits with suppressor height sights. Now, I went and had custom holsters made. This is the inside of the waistband. This is the outside of the waistband. And if you have a Glock 19 that you plan to get the same thing done, the RMR and suppressor height sights, give Century Gun Leather a call. Ask for Shane, and he will be glad to let you know what some prices are for these custom holsters. Century Gun Leather, look them up. Outstanding work, great work. Same with mag pouches, and I'll do a review on those at a different time. But this is actually not the RMR that came with the pistol. And it doesn't come with the box either. They don't send the box. I'll show you what they send. This is the RMR that is sent with the pistol. Alright, it's adjustable on both sides, and yes, it comes with a battery. It's adjustable both sides, and it was pretty much spot on whenever I shot it. I switched it out for this RMR. This RMR is the RM05, and this RMR is the RM06. Now, the dual illuminated one here that I have is a 9 MOA. The adjustable one is a 3 1/4. I went with the 05 because no battery and the dot's a little bit bigger. Helps me out when I try to find the dot. But I'll get into more of the shooting aspects of it a little later on in the video. I just wanted to give you guys a brief physical look at it and what comes with it. Alright, so to go on, I also got the KKM match fit barrel. And it's very, very accurate. As you can see, I also had it fluted. Great job on the fluting. And I mean, it shoots beautiful. The flat face trigger is the trigger that I went with, their tier 1 package. Man, it is crisp. Very crisp. It's probably one of the best triggers I've ever felt inside of a Glock, especially for being a non-competition trigger. But I'm sure if you wanted to make it a competition trigger, you could. But they did lighten up the slide as much as they could, even up here. They put SAI, and it's also on the barrel itself. Overall, it is a great, great pistol. Outstanding little pistol from Salient. You can already see the titanium pins that they have. All 3 pins. The only thing that is Glock is the slide takedown and the slide lock. And of course the magazine release. But that's pretty much it. Everything else is all for Salient. And so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and disassemble this Glock for you and show you a little bit more. Alright, so here it is field stripped. As you can see, I'm just going to cover up most of it. But that's where they put the serial number. Right here. They just sketch it into the actual slide itself. But you can see here that this is highly polished, this plunger right here. And whatever spring they use, it's really, really lightweight. Because normally on a normal Glock, you usually have to just punch it down a little bit with something just to see if that spring is working. But this, I mean, it's barely, you don't have to use any force at all. Also, this right here is polished. All the internals on the inside are all polished. And you can see that the work that they do on the slide is really nice. And you can see that the wear work from the match fit barrel and where it sits. So you usually don't see that kind of wear in any Glocks. So you know it's in there, and it seats really, really solid. Here's the KKM match fit barrel with the fluting. Outstanding little barrel. And it works, and I'll show you guys what kind of groups I was getting out to 15, 20, and 25 yards. I zeroed the RMR at 25 yards. Since that's normally what iron sights for most pistols or point of aim, point of impact for is 25 yards. So, I mean, and they polish it all right here on the feed ramp. I mean, everything. It's all hand fit, and it fits in there real tight. Now, this is the op rod that they use. And it does have a little bit of weight to it. I'm not sure if it's tungsten or what. But they send you an extra spring. An extra 4.5 pound spring op rod. So when you get the pistol, it should come with a number of parts, which I'll get into. But you should get an extra one of the op spring. Now the slide, one thing special that they do with the slide, there's something that Glocks are known for, and that's a pig nose frame. And what it does is this part here bends up this way, right at the end. Well, what they do is they mess with the frame a little bit and heat it up enough to where they get it so where it's flat. And it is flat now. The frame doesn't touch the slide because some Glocks the frame will touch the slide in operation. But the connector, the disconnector, all the springs, all the insides are all hand polished. And they are polished very, very well. I took it all apart and checked it out. I checked out the trigger. And it's just really nice. It's hand fitted. The trigger is hand fitted in there. So if you guys want an Salient trigger, you have to send them your entire frame. So you can't just order the trigger like you could with like a Glockworks trigger or a Ghost or whatever. But this is all just hand fitted in there, and it's really, really nice. So I'll show you what comes with the Salient if you were to order one of these pistols. And I know some of y'all are hesitant on spending that kind of money on a Glock, which I totally understand where you're coming from. But I've wanted one for so long, and I saved up long enough, and I'm getting it. You get 2 stickers, at least I got 2. It's just their emblem, and then of course their Tactical Panda sticker. It's pretty cool. Comes with everything that you would get from a normal Glock, the shells, you know, all the "let's not be an idiot" paperwork, and it also comes with a lock. I threw the lock somewhere, but this here is the factory barrel, and what they do is they just send you the factory barrel if you get the aftermarket barrel. So I did get the aftermarket. So they just sent me the barrel that came in the pistol, and they actually test fired this barrel as well, not just the match fit. So that's good to know. And they send you a bag of just all stock parts and, you know, extra goodies. So this is the offspring for the pistol. It's a 4.5 pound spring, and this all in here is pretty much everything that comes stock on the pistol. So pretty much stuff you won't use if you order one of these pistols. And they also comes with all the paperwork for the RMR if you order the RMR, and of course the cleaning rod and the everything that would come with a normal Glock. Alright, so let's take a look at some accuracy. I zeroed this with Hornady 115 grain FTX rounds, personal defense rounds. These, because that's what I'm going to be carrying the pistol with, and you can see at 20 yards. That's what I'm doing. So I got 3 flyers there, but and you're talking. Each square is actually an inch, so I'm about an inch off from the actual 0. So I mean, in all actuality, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not a precision weapon, but that's actually very, very good. Also, for reloads, all right, this is out of my can 3. I have certain cans that I do different powder, different projectiles, and different primers. So out of can 3, I forget what primers and projectiles and powder load that was. But this is what I'm getting at 25 yards from reloads. So if you guys decide to go this route and you do reload, you're still going to get pretty decent accuracy results out of it. So if you want to go to a class and not spend, you know, your paycheck on buying ammo. Out of my can 5, which is a more precise can for me, that's what I was getting at 15 yards. Alright, I'm sure those flyers are definitely me. And this is a can 3 again at 25 yards. So you can see it did open up a little bit. And this is, the middle is just 25 yards mag dump as fast as I could, and that's what I was doing. So you guys can see that the accuracy is there. The RMR definitely helps. If you guys have never shot a pistol with an RMR, you are in for a surprise, because one, it's very difficult to get used to. I wouldn't say very, but it's definitely different. The easiest way to do it is just like what everyone says. Get used to looking at your iron sights first, and then acquire the dot. Then once you shoot it enough, then you'll be able to pick up the dot. But it is very, very good to shoot. Very fantastic to shoot. Outstanding group of people to deal with. Haley is the one that I dealt with when I placed my order with Salient. She was very, very helpful. and I recommend that you guys just give them a call. I know that they don't have a website up, but just stop complaining about it and give them a call. They're super, super helpful. Their waiting music is actually hilarious. So give them a call. They will answer any questions you got, whether it be pistols, their ARs, their shotguns, their 1911s, whatever. Just give them a call, and you'll be glad you did. You never know, they might talk you into buying something. But they'll answer all your questions. To the one problem that I had with this pistol, and Salient took care of it literally as soon as I called them, is on my reloads. On one of my cans, I load CCI primers, and on another can, I load Winchester primers. So what I was doing is I literally just grabbed a couple handfuls of each and just threw them in a bag, and that's what I took when I went to go shoot. And some would have a failure to fire. Now, I shot factory ammo out of this pistol, fired fine. So it seemed as if my reloads were the only ones having a problem. So I called Salient, and they asked what kind of primers I'm using. I said Winchester and CCI, and they seemed to get more of a complaint from CCI primers. That's what I got from the conversation. So they sent me a heavier striker spring. Right then and there, no questions asked. They asked me for correct address, and they would send it out that day. So I'm still waiting for that to come. But outstanding customer service. Very, very good customer service. But I will do another video of this pistol. I'll run it a little bit more and let you guys know what I'm thinking. And who knows, we might get a couple guys in my area that also have Salients, and we'll get together and give you guys another video. Alright, YouTube. That was the first video of the review of Salient Arms Glock 19. I'm going to run a couple more 100 rounds through it, test it out, run it through its paces before I give it my 100% approval. A lot of big names are calling Salient to make them a pistol, and they're running them in classes and everything, and they're working. So I wanna see if everything that everyone says about Salient is true, if they're a good pistol manufacturer or modifier, and see if all the hype is true. So stay tuned for a second video. Not sure when I'll be able to do it, or how many rounds exactly I want to run through the gun before I do everything. So comment if you guys have any ideas, questions, or anything. Just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. But give Salient a call. Very helpful. Just because they don't have a website doesn't mean they can't get you something. All right. Right now, this took me from the day that I ordered it, 17 weeks to the day. 17 weeks from the day that I ordered it to the day I got it back. So, and that includes shipping times, shipping here to me, because I live literally across the country from them, and I'm not gonna buy a pistol just to overnight it to them when I spend $40, I don't have to go through all that mess anyways. So I just ordered a pistol straight from them. You can do that, or you can send them yours. They will not take pistols that have already had work done to them. So, for example, the Glockworks pistol project that I had, they wouldn't have taken that because it's already been worked on by another company. So they want a plain Jane OEM pistol, and it'll be the only kind that they'll work on. But, like I said, let me know what you guys think, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.